when they serve me, a crippled man, then they feel good about themselves. So in 2020, during the pandemic, when we had to be socially distanced, this was a time when Christopher's health was declining quite rapidly. So he was living with ALS. And at that time, he really couldn't move very much at all, just his neck a little bit and one thumb, because he would type things out with this eyewear, like a Stephen Hawking kind of like setup. And that's how he communicated. His health was declining. He had a feeding tube and he was on his Trilogy like machine to kind of help expand his lungs. Most of the day, totally exhausted, just to exist. He was on hospice and then the world shut down, if you'll remember. So all of our CNAs, our hospice nurses and help and therapists all went home. And so all of his care was up to me and our 5 children who were living at home. And it was really scary because he couldn't even get a cold. Like we thought, well, if you get a cold, you could probably die, because he had been living with ALS for about 4.5 years. And you just don't get better. You don't recover. Every day that you live with it is your last. You will. And you'll love it. And it'll be fun. And I'll be like, I was just like, that's so easy for you to say. And unbeknownst to me, he had posted on social media. He's like, Lisa's doing a really great job of keeping me alive. It took me about like 2.5 hours, like every day to like get him ready, to get him like showered and dressed and all the therapy and stretch. Anyway, it was a kind of a laborious thing. And he said, so she's going to park me in front of, we had these 3 big windows in our living room from the hours of 1 to 4 if anybody wants to come by and entertain me. And it was such a funny, I remember like looking on social media and going, what did you do? Holding up the phone, like what? And he was kind of laughing to himself and he types out this message. He's like, this is my service and this is how I help people in the world.